Where are we? Okay. Oop. Okay. Okay. So, couple of things I'm getting. So, couple of things I'm getting from the paint, is that one, using the guidance of the paint is that my Christ. So using the guidance of the paint, not Christ. Is that these could be, is that this doesn't go high enough, so this could be slightly longer, and these should be slightly more above. The other thing that might be, it might be telling, I don't know, I have to look at the other references as well, is that maybe his head's thinner. So I might do that. I might push his head in. First of all, I'm going to paint this out. So I've got the text. There you go. Paint these out as well. Okay. And then switch to my smooth. I'm going to kill these partially. I'm going to use my move brush just to drag this up slightly further. So wait a minute. So in that, it's about halfway up his head, I think. Depends on the angle. Depends on the angle you're looking at it. I would say it's actually, looking at the separate ones, I think it's actually like, it's about 40% of his head length. %-ish. Well, if we pinch it together. Here you go. And yeah, I am gonna... I'm gonna push his head in as well. Which means I'm gonna stretch. So I'm gonna... Should I do it by polygroups? Actually, no. We'll see what happens here. So what I'm gonna do... I'm actually gonna mask off the areas that I don't need to move. So I'm gonna leave no, let's not do that. Mask lasso. Where's my mask lasso? Where is it? There's my mask lasso. Areas that I don't want to move. Trick of the bar. These are the areas that do want to move. Invert. Let's try the gizmo. size significantly, and then I'm going to use that again so we can actually see where the patterns, we can actually see where I'm going. And the depressions in the skull. Doesn't need to be perfect for this, because it's, you know, our clown is like super grody. Turn on mask by polygroups again. This is still our smooth stronger brush. Okay. Here's the thing. Cool. He's got splatters of pink all the way up his head as well. So. Okay. That's actually, yeah. I want to say, like, it's pretty much, it's a lot better than it was. So, game was reduces orbit size, so reduces like tick like bat-like kind of orbits. They served a purpose, if I recall. I'd put them in for a purpose that they have now fulfilled. So when it comes down to actually finalizing things, here you go. Okay. I'm shit this morning. Really shit this morning. I'm so shit. I've actually just decided to. That's the problem with ZBrush as well. Like it's not just that, like, you know, a paintbrush paints. As a paintbrush just doesn't paint in ZBrush. A paintbrush is just a regular brush that's had the that's had these additives turned off. So a paintbrush is just kind of like a regular brush that has had additive and subtractive turned off, and you can now like use RGB to paint on it. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna shorten these slightly. Short, stop, short, 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 short. And then whoop. Whoop. God damn it. Select the colour. Right, so then select the colour. Let's be decisive. Let's have those big decisive. That's better. And then we can just tick it out later. And just fucking fix it later. I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. I'm not having a great time. Alright, sit cross-legged. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna sit fucking cross-legged, because... yeah. I mean... I feel like, sounds like someone's talking in my ear. Ugh. Fuck's sake. Oh my god. I am terrible today. RGB, right. Oh my god. Oh god. There's the dog's breakfast. Okay. Okay. That's really, right, okay. Actually, right, so, a better way of doing this might be, hi pussycat. This cat, right, happens with my partner when she works from home as well. She gets on a meeting, and the cat, like, hears you talking, and the cat comes over and goes, hi, you were talking, you must be talking to me. And then, no one's talking to you. Well, I am now. No one's talking to you, you piece of shit. Beautiful, handsome piece of shit. This is half of the problem, and it's kind of like, well, when I learned to draw on paper, right? My teacher was kind of like, you don't want to do that, like that thing, those like sketchy scratches, right? Because you want to have like the flow, so like all the angles, all the things, yeah, different ways of drawing, different ways of drawing. So my teacher was kind of like, you don't want to have like the flow, right? You want to have a flow. You don't want to be marking things out like that. You don't want to be like scratching into a surface to get your shape like that. You want to be able to actually like draw like in a flow, like natural, like so it looks organic and the rest of that. But oh shit. Right. But like when you come to digital, especially this, you start to think that maybe it's actually better that you do it this way, right? So you go start that. Okay, start to think it's actually better that you do it this way, because you're not actually bound by the limitations of paper. Like nothing's ever going to get snagged, right? So like nothing's ever going to get snagged in the paper. Like nothing's going to break. So like the actual flow is important, but it's not so important that so the actual flow is important, but it's not so important that you have to define the way that you're working by it. Oh my god, the cat. Did you be okay. You can be my friend. Well, you gotta come here. You gotta be my friend. You gotta come here. Come here. Don't put me out. Just come here. You want picked up? Come here. You want to be picked up? Oh, stupid handsome monster. You gotta be normal, okay? You gotta be normal. If you're not normal, I'm gonna put you down. Nope, I'm not gonna put you down. I'm gonna put you on the floor. God. When I say normal, I need you to be a definition of normal that is human, okay? Be people normal. Don't be like Loki. Be people. You are people. I know. I know you are. It looks better when you get the whole thing as well. Meow. Don't you put your face there. Hey, so you get accidental pets when you go past. You smell gorgeous, you know that. You still smell of those kitty wipes. You smell absolutely gorgeous. Yes, cats. Making it impossible to work since for fucking ever. Oh, fuck off. That, what you just saw there, is a bug that has been in this fucking program since forever. I've used fucking Wacom tablets, I've used Huon tablets, I've used fucking XP pen tablets. That fucking bug where it just goes bish, like, and gives you a big fucking line, has been in this program just for fucking ever. It's so annoying. It'll never be fixed. It'll never be fixed. Shit never gets fixed. Hi, my little buddy cat. Are you okay? Yeah, pre-cat. Oh, sorry, mate. That was your fault. You shook your head into my pen. What are we doing, Loki? Hey? We're just getting hugs. That's all we need, right? We just need hugs and food and pets. I need to change your litter sometimes. Well, every day. It's okay, Loki. I strongly believe you are the greatest cat that's ever existed. Okay, let's use this cat time to reflect. Let's use this cat time to reflect. Hey, Loki. So, question one, Loki. Question one. Do we think that this is not, I guess not perfect, right? So not perfectly close. But do we think that after this last hour or so, how long have I been on? An hour, right? I'm good at time. Do we think that after the last hour or so, right? That this is closer to the reference than it was when we started? Because I do, okay? Because I do. Now, what do you think? What do you think? Hey? Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Oh, pick you up and shit. Look at this. Look at them. Do you like it? Oh. Do you like the picture? Can you even see it with your kitty cat eyes? Oh, you're such a kitty cat. You're such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Okay. Enough cat break. Oh, yep, 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 yep. Who's a good boy? It's definitely you, yes. Okay. I'm going to give you 10 more minutes of human time. So, I move this bullshit out here. And then, so this, like this area here, I think like the color is slightly wrong. So if I start with, so let's start with that. And then like, I think it's like slightly lighter. Like that. Yeah. So, oop. So if I like, in fact, fuck it, I'll just do the teeth as well. So if I like start with a light base, right? I'm masking by polygroups here. So if I start with this light base, I'm masking by polygroups, which is why it's ending right there. It's got the same material, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to, like I say, I'm going to start with a light base, and then I'm going to work it darker. So his nose, look on his nose, is much redder, and it's much shinier than the rest of it. And his lips are kind of the same material as his nose. I got a text message. Yes, you are handsome. and do material sort of like that. No. I don't want to change it to, I don't want to have it change the color like significantly. It's more diffuse. Like I need a more diffused, so not satin. Oh. So I need like a more diffused plastic, like it'd be like soft plastic, but that's not got enough specular for me. Hi Birdie Blinn, right? Yeah. So if I like switch to the Blinn material, oh, so many fucking emails. Oh god, I can't be arsed with that. Jesus Christ, so many fucking emails. I'm going to arrange his lights. So I'm going to do some quick light arrangement, right? I know, Loki, I know. So many pets. You just take them where you can get them, right? I think that's been about 10 minutes, hasn't it, mate? I love you. You're incredibly handsome. You're such a good boy. You're the best boy that I've ever had. But I need to put you on the floor. Okay? You need to be floor cat now. Okay? Okay. Boop. sheds like a motherfucker. It's spring. Spring is sprung. Spring is sprunky. Spring is springing. Like. Alright. Gotta do some eye work like later. But right, for now. Let's get this fucking detailing done on this. Let's get this under eye detailing done again. This is where like the flow like comes in handy. So like we've got like these parts here. So this is where like you'll get the flow. Charge that. One sec. So if you watch the other VODs, for whatever reason, you're gonna you'll hear me talk about kind of subcutaneous fat, right? So the idea is like when you do when you sculpt, what happens? Okay. Let me try this again. Is that when you sculpt in layers. So like you imagine, right, that you've got, if you're sculpting a face or a human, you've got a skull. So when you organically sculpt, you're sculpting in layers. You got a face, so you got a skull. You've only got a skull. You've got a layer of muscle over that, and then on the top of that you have subcutaneous fat, and then over that you have fat, and then you've probably got another layer of kind of like subcutaneous fat as well, and then you've got skin on top of that, and then the skin might have other layers like hair on top of it too. So when you sculpt like with clay, the idea is that you're layering up those parts. So the idea is that you're providing those layers, and then you kind of like weather them back, sort of weather them and age them back into the places where they're supposed to be. Well, it looks quite right. So this is what's happening here. So in this case, our guy, obviously the material, the actual physical material our guy is made of is latex. But underneath his latex, there's a whole bunch of like mechanical stuff, like animatronic stuff. I wonder if I can find like... Okay, if I look up for YouTube. So if I go to, if I find Killer Clowns, look at the trailer.
It was a night like any other night. Then something. Star. Hounds.
There you go. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, so that's like the idea is that like you've got the animatronics underneath it, right? So, in this case, what we're trying to do is not paint like simultaneously it's latex, but also at the same time, I'm going to try and pay attention to the idea that there's actually alien clown underneath all of this, right? I need to change back to the regular smooth brush. Change my alpha. There you go. The clay buildup has a same alpha. There you go. Okay. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of like create like layers, like clay layers, right? Based on these like existing cuts that I've made as well. And then once I've got my clay layers in place, turn off mattes. There you go. So once I've got these clay layers in place, then I'm going to use the down brush to kind of divide them up into other parts as well. So this is now like, I guess like if you were creating like a cartoon character or a video game character, like something like that, then you'd want it, you know, to be super smooth. And you do that by you do that by changing the, you do that by creating low subdivision, so you can have like a much smoother surface to work off. Because you can't actually do that. You can actually create that super smooth surface when you get to the really high, when you get to the high subdivision. So when you get to 11 million polygons like we're at here, you're gonna have trouble doing that. But with this one, it's less of an issue because, like, yeah, we're not that bothered about it being smooth. So it's just, I guess it's also the same with, you know, like, I don't know if this is harder or easier than doing like one of those hyper realistic face models, which by the way I've never done. It takes a special kind of talent to do that, and I very much doubt I have that kind of talent. You never know until you try, but then again, you know. I found a face that I might want to do, like that would be really cool to do. So it's like Kiernan Shipka from so Sally from Mad Men. Not Sally? Is it Sally? I can't remember. His daughter, Sally Draper. I think it might be. I don't know. She's also in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. She's got like a really unique face, like that would be really cool to do. That would be really cool to do as a study. So fuck off. Skin shed. What'd you be? Polypaint's not so bad once you get like right down to this level. Like once you get down to like the really low, like high polygon density, it's not so bad. I mean, like I say, you know, it's not polypaint, it's point paint. But I mean, it's got better, and its existence in ZBrush natively gives you kind of like a certain freedom as well. I think like if you're gonna like, I mean, there's like number one, if you're gonna make a really, really good paint, you're probably better off taking the time and paying all the attention to do the poly paint basic. Oh, excuse me. To do the poly paint or basic and shit inside ZBrush, and then export this out to probably 3D Coat, and then like finish off using 3D Coat's ability to use like smart materials, so PBR materials and stuff like that. What are you doing, kitty cat? Could you just sit down, please? And then use 3D Coat's ability to just 3D Coat's ability to use like smart materials and stuff like that to actually get the effect that you need, because part of the problem with poly paint is like the materials. Oh, so that Fortnite, it's just popped up on my screen now. That Fortnite Club pack this month looks really good. I wasn't into Wolverine last month. All I'm doing here, so my I've just got my paint on, right? And then I've got my smooth brush, and I've got the additive turned off, so it's not going to affect the actual polygons. And all I'm doing is I'm just dabbing the paint on, and then instantly just kind of smoothing it out at the same time. So you can see, like, I just add the paint on. That was a quick.